guys really are cowboys.
What's your problem, Kazansky? You're everywhere.
Every great journey begins with a dream, a spark, a thought, a moment when a person looks at the world and wonders, what if? What if I could become something more? What if I could achieve something extraordinary? For Val Kilmer, that spark was ignited in the heart of a young boy growing up in Los Angeles, a boy who would go on to become one of Hollywood's most versatile and captivating actors. Born on December 31st, 1959 in Los Angeles, California, Val Edward Kilmer was the second of 3 children in a family with no direct ties to the entertainment industry. His father, Eugene Kilmer, was an aerospace equipment salesman, and his mother, Gladys, a homemaker. While the Kilmer family was far from the limelight, it was in this ordinary setting that an extraordinary dream began to take root. Young Val found solace in the world of creativity, often retreating to his imagination. A dreamer, he was already rehearsing his lines, imagining himself on grand stages. The path to Juilliard, pursuing a dream. After high school, Val's passion for acting led him to the prestigious Juilliard School in New York City, a place where dreams were nurtured and talent was honed. At Juilliard, Val stood out, not just for his dedication, but for his remarkable ability to breathe life into every role he played. He was one of the first students to join Juilliard's drama division, marking the beginning of a journey that would redefine Hollywood in ways no one could have predicted. By the time he graduated in 1982, Val Kilmer had already begun making waves in the industry, securing small roles in television and theater, but it wasn't long before he transitioned to the big screen. In 1984, he starred in the slapstick comedy Top Secret, directed by Jim Abrahams, David Zucker, and Jerry Zucker. While the film didn't achieve immediate success, it introduced Val to the world, a young actor with a knack for blending charm, wit, and raw talent.
Mitchell, I'm sorry about Goose.
The breakout role, Top Gun, and the rise to stardom. The year 1985 saw a game-changing moment for Val Kilmer when he starred in Real Genius. The role of Chris Knight, the brainy, laid-back genius, revealed his comedic talents and solidified his status as a rising star. Audiences were beginning to see something special in Val, a unique combination of charisma, intelligence, and the ability to make even the most ordinary roles extraordinary. But it was in 1986 that Val Kilmer's career truly skyrocketed into the stratosphere. Top Gun, a film that defined an era, became a cultural phenomenon. As the smug, competitive fighter pilot, Iceman, Val found a role that perfectly showcased his talent. He wasn't just playing a character, he was creating an icon. The movie became a global hit, and suddenly, Val was everywhere. He had become one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading men.
Name, occupation.
Jim. Things are about to explode.
So defining moments, playing Jim Morrison in The Doors. But for Val Kilmer, success wasn't just about fame. It was about the craft. It was about pushing boundaries, about taking on roles that would challenge his skills and force him to dig deeper into his soul. In 1991, he tackled one of his most iconic roles to date, Jim Morrison, the enigmatic lead singer of The Doors. In Oliver Stone's biographical film, The Doors, Kilmer's portrayal was nothing short of mesmerizing. He wasn't just impersonating Morrison, he was channeling him, embodying his spirit, his passion, his rebellion. Kilmer's commitment to the role was total. He learned to play the guitar, adopted Morrison's mannerisms, and even sang Morrison's songs, creating a portrayal that transcended mimicry and became a living, breathing tribute to the rock legend. It was this commitment to his craft that would define Kilmer's career, a willingness to lose himself in a role, no matter how demanding or intense.
Amy, let me be your partner.
Versatility in the 1990s, from Tombstone to Batman Forever. As the 1990s unfolded, Val Kilmer continued to evolve as an actor, balancing big-budget blockbusters with deeply nuanced performances. In Tombstone, 1993, he took on the role of Doc Holliday, the quick-witted, ill-fated gunslinger from the Old West. In one of his most beloved performances, Kilmer brought to life a character whose fragile health and sharp tongue made for one of the most memorable portrayals in Western cinema. His chemistry with Kurt Russell, playing Wyatt Earp, elevated Tombstone to legendary status, and Kilmer's portrayal of Holliday became a fan favorite, rivaled only by his portrayal of Batman. In 1995, Val Kilmer suited up as Batman in Batman Forever, directed by Joel Schumacher. The film divided critics and audiences, but Kilmer's portrayal of the Dark Knight was one that added an emotional depth to the character. He wasn't just a caped crusader, he was a man battling inner demons, weighed down by the responsibility of his alter ego. His performance marked a departure from the over-the-top superhero personas of the time, offering a more nuanced and introspective interpretation of Gotham's protector. challenges in Hollywood, personal struggles, and changing roles. Despite his professional success, Val Kilmer's life was not without its struggles. Behind the scenes, he faced personal challenges, including a difficult divorce from actress Joanne Whalley in 1996 and a series of films that didn't quite capture the magic of his earlier roles. But even as the spotlight dimmed, Kilmer remained a relentless pursuer of his craft. His films were more than just entertainment. They were expressions of his artistic vision, each role a new chapter in his lifelong journey as an actor. A battle beyond the spotlight, health struggles, and finding new ways to communicate. In the late 2000s, Val Kilmer began facing a different kind of challenge, a health battle that would change the course of his life. He was diagnosed with throat cancer, and the treatments affected his ability to speak. Kilmer's voice became more difficult to understand, but his spirit never faltered. Instead, he embraced new ways of communicating through writing, art, and film. His 2021 documentary, Val, provided a raw and intimate look at his life, revealing not only his struggles, but his undying passion for acting and his deep love for his craft.
Me.
The return of an icon, Top Gun, Maverick. In Val, the world saw the man behind the roles, the boy who had dreamed of greatness and had fought through every setback to achieve it. We saw the moments of joy, the laughter, the love for his children, and the dedication to his work. We saw the legacy he had built, not just in Hollywood, but in the hearts of those who had watched him grow as an artist. And then, in 2021, something incredible happened. Val Kilmer returned to the role of Iceman in Top Gun, Maverick, a film decades in the making. The return of his character was not just a nostalgic moment for fans, but a testament to Kilmer's resilience. It was a moment where his voice, even in its altered form, resonated with strength and grace. Iceman wasn't just a fighter pilot, he was a symbol of endurance, of overcoming the odds. Legacy, a dreamer who defied the odds. Val Kilmer's journey was never easy. It was marked by triumphs and tragedies, highs and lows. But through it all, his commitment to his art never wavered. His performances have left an indelible mark on the history of cinema. Whether it was as the brooding Batman, the rebellious Jim Morrison, or the quick-witted Doc Holliday, Kilmer brought authenticity to every role he played. His legacy is one of passion, perseverance, and the belief that dreams are worth chasing, no matter how difficult the journey. So, final thoughts. The everlasting impact of Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer taught us that the path to greatness is never straight. It's full of detours, obstacles, and moments when the future seems uncertain. But it's in these moments that the true strength of the dreamer is revealed. Val Kilmer's dream, to become an artist who could touch lives, has become a reality. And though his voice may have changed, his spirit will live on in every performance, every character, and every person he inspired along the way. Val Kilmer, a dreamer, a fighter, an artist, his legacy is eternal.